welcome to Young Kizzy, the one YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button down below and turn on the bell icon. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section.
Hello once again. So komakaya kwalesa amalaiti baleta ukufuma mailo. Ushakwena mwe bantu ofotwingalaika lefi muchalo. Like seriously? You get power from people. Yesterday, like I said, yesterday we had power like for 1 or 2 hours and then it disappeared forever, and this is when it has come back. What time is this? 18 hours. This is like 1816. That is when the owners of power, who are the UP and the government, have seen it befitting to give us back power. Pantu ba UP and eba tushtilom nani so nangwao na ikamfriji awe voto palibe. Kai bazatiletela ndio zinangu ba UP and guys. And thankfully, we're not a big family, and we have enough water. We had enough water, and we still have it. By UPND, tibaf mi omuntu kuchinzo shakwalesa. Hey. Anyway, back to business. What is trending today? Today I woke up and saw the usual nonsense over a public misfit. Robert Chabinga. I saw an article stating that Robert Chabinga has warned the army, the soldiers, not to even think about what is happening in Tanzania because there'll be dire consequences. I was like, wow. In this country, a common citizen is allowed to speak to the army like that? Is this what the UPND regime has allowed to happen in this country? Who is Robert Chabinga to speak to the army in such a manner? And then speaking of which, the Patriotic Front Secretary General Rafa Nakachinda is in prison for a defamation of the president, a law that was actually repealed by President Hakainde himself, and they were bragging about it. They've repealed the law, blah, 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 blah. And then now we have one misfit, one public misfit, Robert Chabinga, who in whose leaked audio, he literally embarrassed and defamed the president. And then it took public uproar for him to even be allegedly called to the police at force headquarters to go and get a warning and caution statement that has basically not gone anywhere. We know it won't even go anywhere because this person has continued his threats on innocent citizens. He has continued misbehaving. He's just a lawless human being. You understand? Chabinga has just been allowed to be a lawless human being. He's like a rabid dog, loose from his leash. That is how Chabinga behaves. And you wonder, is Robert Chabinga the commander-in-chief of the armed forces for him to speak like that? And then Inspector General Musamba is very happy with it, because Inspector General Musamba only jumps out of his chair when he sees something from a critic or opposition political party leaders or opposition members say something or post something on social media. Then he'll be there fuming in his seat. He'll rush to his leather chair, put a camera in front of him, and start issuing threats. When you do this, we are going to do. The man has no words. The man is literally spineless when it comes to Robert Chabinga. President Hakainde Hichilema, why have you allowed Robert Chabinga to disrespect the country in this manner? What exactly does Robert Chabinga have that has made Inspector General dysfunctional when it comes to Robert Chabinga. Anyway, let me move on. Next, I saw some article about the Minister of Justice, Princess Kansune, was saying the technical committee will be receiving submissions virtually. I don't know what that means. They'll be doing virtual submissions. But okay, make me understand this. How's this going to work? People in the villages, they're going to use, they're going to make submissions virtually, because she said in all the 116 districts of the country, they're going to be receiving virtual submissions. Are you serious? Why do you joke around with serious affairs of the country? Why would you even joke around with a constitution? A constitution is a very serious thing that governs the country, and then you want it to be done virtually. What is that even supposed to mean? In the first place, you've given 1 month to this bogus technical committee in which they should receive submissions, 1 month. And then in that 1 month, you have not sensitized the Zambian people on how this so-called virtual thing is going to be done. And then you just wake up from wherever you were and then say they'll be receiving submissions virtually. Are you sure my grandmother, my uncles, my people in the villages even understand what you're talking about? These are jokes. Why not just abandon the already failed Bill 7? What is wrong with you people? You think Zambia is your home, yeah? It is your village where you can do whatever you want to do without the consent of the Zambian people. Take a leaf from what is happening in Tanzania. When you play around too much with people, people react. Yeah? And then next, Electoral Commission of Zambia. I was in Eastern Province last week, and what I found there was disheartening. It is still disheartening. We were given reports to say it is over. It's about a month now since the Home Affairs Ministry has run out. That is the National Registration Office in Eastern Province, Chipata to be specific, has run out of materials to issue NRCs. And then when you go to the ECZ designated areas or offices or whatever they're called, where they're supposed to issue new voters register, new voters cards, they're basically running out. They're having one excuse after the other. It's either they've run out of fuel in the genset because Hakainde has brought perpetual load shedding, or they do not have the ink to do their job. And then you ask yourself, what is this? Jack Mwimbu, Minister of Home Affairs, why is it that Eastern Province has no material to issue national registration cards, NRCs? Because what I know, if there's voter registration going on, it has to go hand in hand with issuance of NRCs and issuance of voters' cards. So it is, for me, I seriously feel this is a deliberate ploy to deliberately defranchise people. Already you've given a very unpleasant 1 month in which people are supposed to register as voters when school-going children are in schools, and they basically have no time to go and register. Mangala Zalomes and Jack Mwimbu, do what is right for this country. This is not your country. It is not your children that you are ruling over. You understand? You were put in those offices to do what is right for Mother Zambia. You know what? Posterity who judge you harshly. And you know what? You people are way too grown. You're literally way older than my parents. And I don't want to come to the public and disrespect you, and then I'll be told this child has no manners or whatever. Do the right thing for this country. Ingamwa kota, you're supposed to do something that is right. Leave a beautiful legacy in the country for Mother Zambia. Let people say, here lived Jack Mwimbu, here lived Mangala Zalomes, and not leaving a bad name at your age. You're already old. What do you want to achieve? Can you do the right thing?
goodness.